So directing accolades for days, but I'm wondering, first feature film here, is there anything about telling a story in this format that really surprised you?
I think everything, in a way, was completely unexpected. It was a marathon. You know, I'm used to a sprint. I'm used to a quick, what I call a quick high, where I get to create and something's out in the world in, you know, a week or so. And to work on something for 2 years of my life, to actually be in pre-pro to post for a whole year, and to have that sacrifice that it takes as a director, it's a new world. It's a new, very exciting world.
It's worth all the time, I'll tell you that.
It is, thank you.
What do you like to have in your hands when you go to set as a director, and does that change on a feature film versus music videos and TV?
It definitely changes from videos to TV and film because there's just more narrative, but when I go to set, I have a shot list for the day. I overly prepare myself, but in a way where I can also throw it out and just be open to seeing and creating on set, because you go in with a plan, but sometimes there's something greater waiting to happen and you have to be open to that as well. So I show up with that, with some tea in the morning because I gotta wake up because it's usually early. And with a strong approach to how I want to, you know, talk to the actors and inform their performances that day and have a vision of what I want to see.
Solid list of stuff right there. And, you know, you're working within the constraints of a feature film budget here. So with that in mind, is there anything in particular that you wanted to do, whether it's a story beat or some sort of visual technique, that you kind of had to fight for, you had to push to make it happen?
Yeah, I think that's for every project, right? You never have enough, regardless of, you know, what your budget is, or so I've heard. But I really wanted to fight to shoot on film. That was really one of the prerequisites of how I wanted to go into the approach to this. I feel like my most successful work has been shot on film. And I knew it would have a soul that I couldn't bring with a digital kind of approach to it. So that was necessary. And then I also wanted to travel. I wanted it to be a real road journey. I wanted them to go from the north to the south and travel through at least 3 states and not be on a soundstage, you know, creating like rear projection or using LED screens to have these really intimate moments. I wanted the moving landscapes and the moving pavement below them to really inform their performances as actors and also become another character in the film.
I also wanted to ask you specifically about crafting the photograph in the movie, because I mean, that is seared in my brain for the rest of my life. It makes a big impression on the story. So is that something that you are just like nailing the perfect frame, or is that something that just happened within the scene?
Yeah, well, it's kind of twofold. I knew that that image would become their legacy, right? And I knew that it would be plastered everywhere because that's how it's written. I knew the importance of it. And so she had written it in a slightly different way, but I wanted it to be a very specific composition and really represent our Queen and Slim, right? And their love for each other and these amazing new people they've become by this point in the film. And for the still shot that Junior takes, I wanted to bring in another photographer who I really admired, and that's Andre Wagner. He shoots this beautiful black and white film, on film. And so he came down to shoot, and he shoots in this really docu-style, kind of in a way like a Gordon Parks or a Roy DeCarabo has done in the past, and he's incredibly talented. So we shot the scene, and then he reshot what Junior took in the scene, and we've been using that for the end of the film and also on T-shirts, and it became our billboard.
A marketing campaign dream right there. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.